the ultimate guide to healing trauma and finding lasting freedom. I want you to join me on an extraordinary journey, a journey that begins with a single, electrifying moment of clarity. Picture this. I found myself standing at the edge of a forgotten temple, its ancient stones echoing with the whispers of those who once sought solace and meaning. In that profound instant, amidst the flickering shadows and the cool, damp air, I experienced something that changed my life forever, a spiritual awakening so intense. It felt as if the universe itself had paused to offer me a glimpse into the secrets of healing trauma and finding lasting freedom. I remember feeling the raw power of my past wounds as they confronted me like ghosts in the dark. Yet within that confrontation lay the promise of transformation. And so, I invite you to step with me into a realm where the weight of trauma is gently lifted by the light of inner wisdom and the promise of liberation. As we walk together through the corridors of our shared experiences, I want you to know that every step, every breath, and every tear is a testament to the incredible resilience of the human spirit. We all have moments where life's challenges seem insurmountable, where the pain of past traumas lingers like an uninvited guest, whispering doubts into our ears. But what if I told you that within each of these moments lies the seed of profound healing and the possibility of lasting freedom? I have journeyed through the darkest valleys and climbed the steepest peaks in my own quest for inner peace. And I have discovered that healing trauma is not a destination but an ongoing process, a sacred dance between the shadows of our past and the radiant light of our future. Have you ever wondered how you can transform the pain of yesterday into the strength of tomorrow? I ask you this not to burden you, but to invite you to look deeply into your own heart and realize that within you, there exists an unyielding power waiting to be awakened. In the stillness of meditation, where time seems to stretch into infinity, I have learned that true healing begins when we honor every part of ourselves, even the parts that have been scarred by pain and sorrow. There was a moment, much like the one I experienced in that eerie temple, when I sat silently, eyes closed, heart open, and allowed every emotion to surface. In that sacred silence, I confronted the trauma that had long held me captive. I faced memories of loss, betrayal, and heartache, not as enemies to be vanquished, but as teachers guiding me toward a deeper understanding of my own resilience. You might ask, how can I possibly find beauty in my brokenness? The answer lies in embracing every facet of your experience with love and compassion. Healing trauma is not about erasing the past, it's about integrating your history into a tapestry of wisdom that empowers you to live with authenticity and joy. It is through this act of radical acceptance that we truly begin to find lasting freedom. I remember vividly a time when I felt completely isolated, as if I were adrift in an ocean of despair with no land in sight. In those moments, every breath was a battle, every step a struggle against the weight of memories that refused to fade. And yet, it was during those very moments of isolation that I discovered the transformative power of vulnerability. I learned that by opening my heart and sharing my truth, I could break the chains of silence and invite healing into my life. I began to see that our pain, when shared with love, becomes a bridge to connection rather than a barrier to intimacy. When we dare to reveal our inner struggles, we create space for empathy, for understanding, and for genuine human connection. I ask you now, are you willing to be vulnerable, to allow your wounds to speak their truth so that healing can begin? In the act of sharing, you may find that you are not alone, and that your journey toward healing trauma can be a collective experience filled with compassion and support. As we continue on this path, let us explore the many layers of our existence that contribute to our healing. Consider for a moment the myriad ways in which we carry trauma within us, not just in our minds, but in our bodies, our emotions, and even our very souls. It is said that the body remembers what the mind tries to forget. And I have witnessed this truth in every fiber of my being. The tension in our muscles, the tightness in our chests, and the heaviness in our hearts are all physical manifestations of the emotional scars left behind by our experiences. Yet, it is also in our bodies that we find the keys to releasing this burden. Through mindful movement, yoga, dance, and other forms of physical expression, we can gently coax our bodies to let go of the past and step into a future where healing trauma becomes a natural part of our daily lives. Imagine moving with intention and grace, each step a prayer of gratitude for the strength that carried you through your darkest days. How might your life change if you embraced your body as a temple of healing, capable of transforming pain into power? I recall a transformative experience during a silent retreat where I spent 7 days in isolation, disconnected from the distractions of modern life. In that profound silence, every sound, every sensation, and every thought was magnified, allowing me to confront the deepest layers of my being. It was as if the universe had stripped away all the noise, leaving only the pure, unadulterated truth of my soul. In that rarefied space, I discovered that the process of healing trauma is not about forcing change or demanding perfection. It is about surrendering to the natural flow of life and trusting that, in time, the wounds will mend and the spirit will soar free. This experience taught me that lasting freedom is not a destination to be reached, but a state of being that emerges when we let go of resistance and open ourselves to the magic of possibility. I urge you to consider, what would your life look like if you allowed yourself the freedom to simply be? To experience every emotion without judgment, and to trust in the unfolding of your unique story? In our quest for healing trauma, we often encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable. There are days when the pain feels overwhelming, when the memories of past hurt resurface like relentless waves crashing against the shores of our consciousness. But it is precisely during these moments of crisis that the seeds of transformation are planted. I want you to remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to rise above the limitations imposed by your past. Instead of viewing these obstacles as permanent scars, try to see them as temporary stepping stones on your journey toward lasting freedom. Each setback carries within it the potential for a breakthrough, a moment when the darkness is pierced by the light of self-realization. Ask yourself, what hidden strength lies dormant within you, waiting for the moment to emerge and lead you toward a life of abundance and joy? This is the power of healing trauma. It is the power to transform suffering into wisdom and to turn every trial into a triumph. Throughout my travels, I have had the honor of meeting many kindred souls, individuals from all walks of life who have embarked on their own journeys of healing. One such encounter remains etched in my memory. I met a young woman who had endured unimaginable hardships, her eyes reflecting both deep sorrow and a fierce determination to reclaim her life. As she recounted her story of pain and perseverance, I was struck by the realization that our scars are not symbols of defeat, but badges of honor that testify to our capacity for resilience. We are all, in our own unique ways, warriors on the path to inner healing and lasting freedom. By sharing our stories, we create a tapestry of human experience that is as diverse as it is inspiring. It is in these shared moments of vulnerability that we discover the true essence of our interconnectedness. I encourage you to reach out, to share your journey with others, and to find strength in the collective power of community. How might your life transform if you embraced your own story as a source of inspiration for others? In the midst of our busy lives, it is easy to lose sight of the deeper purpose that lies beneath the surface of everyday existence. We become entangled in the pursuit of material success, the demands of our careers, and the constant buzz of technology, often forgetting that our true home is within. Yet, deep down, we all crave a sense of meaning, a feeling that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. The quest for lasting freedom is not merely about escaping the pain of trauma. It is about rediscovering the essence of who we are and reconnecting with the divine spark that resides within each of us. I have come to realize that when we allow ourselves the space to simply be, to sit in silence, to breathe, and to listen to the whispers of our soul, we can tap into an infinite reservoir of love, compassion, and creativity. In those quiet moments, we come to understand that our journey is not defined by the challenges we face, but by the courage we summon to overcome them. Have you ever paused to consider what truly matters in your life? What legacy do you wish to leave behind when you finally step into the light of your own awakening? Every step on this journey is a dance between surrender and empowerment, a delicate balance between letting go of what no longer serves us and embracing the infinite possibilities of transformation. I have witnessed miracles unfold in the most unexpected ways when individuals choose to confront their deepest wounds with honesty and grace. It might seem daunting at first, but I assure you that the process of healing trauma is a gradual unfolding, a journey that requires patience, self-compassion, and an unwavering belief in the power of change. Imagine a life where every scar tells a story of triumph, where each moment of despair gives birth to a new beginning. This is not a fantasy, it is a reality that is accessible to each and every one of us. When we commit ourselves to the path of inner healing, we begin to see that the very obstacles we once feared are the catalysts for our greatest breakthroughs. What if, instead of hiding from your pain, you embraced it as a teacher guiding you toward a life of unparalleled freedom and joy? I often remind myself that the journey toward healing trauma and finding lasting freedom is like climbing a mountain in the dead of night. The path is steep and shrouded in darkness, but with each careful step, we inch closer to the summit where the first light of dawn awaits. There have been times when I felt as though I was climbing forever. My body exhausted and my spirit battered by the weight of accumulated sorrow. Yet, in those moments of vulnerability, I discovered an inner strength that I never knew existed, a strength that whispered to me, "You are capable of so much more than you can imagine." And so, I pressed on, fueled by the knowledge that every hardship was molding me into a more resilient, compassionate, and enlightened being. I ask you now, with all the love and sincerity in my heart, what mountains are you willing to climb in order to reach the peak of your own liberation? Remember, the journey may be arduous, but the view from the top is a breathtaking panorama of your true potential. As our conversation deepens, I want to share with you a truth that has resonated through the ages, that every soul, no matter how battered or broken, has an innate capacity to heal and transform. In the quiet moments of introspection, when the noise of the world subsides, we begin to hear the gentle murmurs of our inner wisdom, a wisdom that transcends the limitations of time and space. It is in these moments of stillness that we reconnect with our most authentic selves, unburdened by the expectations and judgments of others. I have seen individuals, once paralyzed by the weight of their past, rise like phoenixes from the ashes, their spirits ignited by a newfound sense of purpose and possibility. Their journeys remind us that healing trauma is not about erasing the past, but about reclaiming the power that lies dormant within each of us. What if the very challenges that once held you captive are the keys to unlocking a future filled with boundless freedom and joy? In the realm of spiritual exploration, there is an incredible power in asking the right questions. I challenge you to ponder the following. What does freedom truly mean to you? Is it the absence of pain? Or is it the presence of love, compassion, and self-acceptance? As we navigate the complexities of our emotional landscapes, it becomes clear that lasting freedom is not something external that we must acquire. It is an inner state of being that emerges when we align our hearts with the rhythms of the universe. Each breath, each heartbeat, is a reminder of the incredible miracle of life. And within that miracle lies the potential for healing, transformation, and renewal. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine a life where every moment is imbued with purpose, where the scars of yesterday are honored as markers of your strength, and where the promise of tomorrow shines brighter than any shadow of doubt. Can you feel that stirring deep within you, the call to rise, to transform, and to embrace a destiny filled with endless possibility? There is a unique, almost otherworldly magic that occurs when we allow ourselves to step outside the confines of our old narratives and embrace the unknown. I recall a particularly powerful experience during a journey through a dense forest, where the interplay of light and shadow created a tapestry of colors that defied explanation. In that moment, as I wandered beneath ancient trees that seemed to whisper secrets of forgotten eras, I felt an overwhelming sense of connection to nature, to the cosmos, and to the very essence of life itself. It was as if the universe was speaking directly to my soul, urging me to release the chains of trauma and step into a new reality defined by hope and limitless possibility. This experience reinforced a simple truth, that healing trauma and finding lasting freedom is a process of continual rebirth, a cyclical dance where each ending paves the way for a new beginning. Have you ever experienced a moment so profound that it shifted your entire perspective on life? Moments like these are reminders that we are never truly confined by our past, for the future is always waiting to be written anew. In the spirit of transparency and authenticity, I must confess that my journey has been fraught with moments of doubt, fear, and overwhelming grief. There were days when the burden of my past seemed too heavy to bear, when the light at the end of the tunnel was nothing more than a distant glimmer of hope. Yet, it was during those dark hours that I learned the most important lesson of all. that true strength is born not from the absence of pain, but from our willingness to confront it head-on. Each tear shed, each sleepless night spent wrestling with inner demons, has contributed to the mosaic of who I am today. And in sharing my struggles, I hope to inspire you to see that your own scars are not symbols of weakness, but emblems of courage. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable and embrace your pain, you open the door to a healing process that is as liberating as it is transformative. So I ask you once more, with heartfelt sincerity, what if your greatest challenges are simply the prelude to your most magnificent transformation? Throughout our intertwined journeys, we are constantly reminded of the importance of community and connection. There is a profound power in coming together with others who are on similar paths of healing. Whether it is through sharing our stories, offering a listening ear, or simply sitting in silent solidarity, we find that our individual struggles are lightened by the collective embrace of understanding hearts. I have witnessed miracles unfold when people gather to celebrate their triumphs, to mourn their losses, and to support one another in the face of life's many adversities. This is the essence of finding lasting freedom, knowing that you are never alone, that there is an entire network of souls who stand ready to help you rise above the trials of life. It is in these moments of shared vulnerability that the true magic of healing unfolds, a magic that transforms trauma into a bridge to deeper connection and boundless hope. I invite you to consider how your life might be enriched by the simple act of reaching out to those who understand your pain, and in doing so, finding the strength to move forward with renewed purpose. As we approach the later chapters of our shared narrative, I want to leave you with a vision of a life where healing trauma is not an isolated event but a continuous, evolving journey of self-discovery and renewal. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of purpose, your heart unburdened by the chains of past pain, and your spirit ignited by the promise of new beginnings. This vision is not a distant dream. It is a reality that awaits each of us when we choose to commit to the transformative power of self-love and inner healing. Every moment, every encounter, is an opportunity to rewrite your story, to release the pain that no longer serves you, and to step boldly into a future filled with hope and endless possibility. I want you to feel the energy of this promise, to let it seep into every corner of your being, and to believe with unwavering conviction that lasting freedom is not only possible, it is inevitable. In this sacred space of renewal, you are invited to cast aside the limitations of yesterday and to embrace a destiny defined by limitless growth and profound inner peace. In the end, the journey toward healing trauma and finding lasting freedom is a testament to the incredible resilience of the human spirit. It is a journey marked by moments of heart-wrenching vulnerability, sudden bursts of joy, and a deep, abiding trust in the unfolding of life's mysteries. I have walked this path, felt its pain and its ecstasy, and emerged on the other side with a heart full of gratitude and a soul brimming with the light of infinite possibility. I share my story with you not as a beacon of unattainable perfection, but as a reminder that every single one of us is capable of transcending the scars of our past and stepping into a future that is as bright and boundless as the stars above. I encourage you to take this message to heart, that healing trauma is not a race to be finished, but a lifelong journey of learning, growing, and ultimately, finding the freedom that lies at the very core of your being. So now, as you stand on the precipice of your own transformative journey, I ask you to remember that every breath you take is a declaration of your inherent worth and an affirmation of your unyielding capacity for love. Embrace the challenges, honor your struggles, and let every moment be a stepping stone toward a life filled with peace, purpose, and lasting freedom. I know that the path ahead may be steep and winding, but I also know that within you lies a strength as ancient and enduring as the universe itself. A strength that has carried you through every hardship and will continue to guide you on your journey toward inner healing and true liberation. Let this message resonate deep within your soul, and allow it to spark a flame of courage and hope that burns brighter with each passing day. As you reflect on the moments that have defined your life, ask yourself, how can you transform your pain into a powerful force for good? What small, deliberate actions can you take today to honor your journey and pave the way for a future of lasting freedom? The answers may not come immediately, but trust that with every step you take, you are moving closer to a state of complete and unconditional self-acceptance. I stand with you, not as a distant teacher, but as a fellow traveler on this sacred road, ready to celebrate your victories and offer support during times of trial. And so, as we close this chapter of our conversation, I leave you with this final thought. The process of healing trauma and finding lasting freedom is a continuous, ever-evolving dance between the darkness of our past and the radiant light of our future. It is a journey that challenges us, transforms us, and ultimately reveals the boundless reservoir of strength and love that lies within. When you find yourself overwhelmed by the memories of pain, remember that these experiences have also equipped you with wisdom and empathy, qualities that will enable you to connect deeply with others and with the divine essence of life. Let your heart be your guide, your inner light a constant beacon in the darkest nights, and know that with every courageous step forward, you are forging a path toward a reality where freedom is not just a fleeting moment but a permanent state of being. I invite you to carry this vision with you as you navigate the complexities of life. Embrace the process of healing trauma as a transformative journey, a journey that is as challenging as it is beautiful. Let every setback be a lesson, every tear a reminder of your incredible resilience, and every moment of triumph a celebration of the indomitable spirit that defines you. As we move forward together on this path, know that you are never alone. The universe, with all its mysteries and wonders, is always conspiring in your favor, guiding you toward a destiny of unmatched beauty and everlasting freedom. Take a deep breath, open your heart, and step boldly into the light of your own magnificent story. This is our sacred invitation, to rise above the pain, to embrace the transformative power of love, and to create a life where healing trauma and finding lasting freedom is not just an aspiration but a lived reality. Let every challenge you face remind you of your strength, and let every victory, no matter how small, serve as a beacon of hope for the next step in your journey. As we stand together on the threshold of this new beginning, I ask you to reflect on the immense power that lies within you, a power capable of turning even the deepest wounds into sources of extraordinary light. May you walk this path with courage, wisdom, and an unwavering belief in the beauty of your own transformation. And may the journey ahead be filled with moments of profound insight, boundless joy, and the ultimate liberation of your soul. In this moment, I extend my hand to you, inviting you to join me in this incredible quest for healing and freedom, a quest that transcends the boundaries of time and space, drawing us together in a shared celebration of life's infinite possibilities. Let us step forward with gratitude for the lessons of the past and with hope for the future that awaits. Remember, every heartbeat is a testament to your resilience, and every breath is a promise of renewal. Embrace this journey with open arms, knowing that you have the power to transform your pain into the most radiant expression of your true self. The universe is calling you to rise, to heal, and to find the lasting freedom that is your birthright. And so, with a heart full of love and a spirit unbound, I welcome you to this sacred adventure, a journey that is as timeless as the stars and as profound as the depths of your own soul.